Now I'm going to discuss the rusted metal parts of the model. I've got the original finished model in again. So the areas that I'm going to be looking at are the rusty grates on the windows, the roof finials, and also these brackets here which have been rusted. You won't see them on the model that I'm working on. That's because I've essentially done them separately, just made them up separately, painted them separately. With the rust, it's all painted initially with Macarius Solar Orange and then washed with my rust wash, which is what I was initially doing the bricks with, which I described what paint that was made up of. So I'm going to crack on with the metal areas of the model that's not complete. So you can see now I've added the metal brackets onto the building. I've also painted the metal grills rusty and also painted the door a rust colour. Now what I need to do, it's had the Macarius Solar Orange base coat, it's had the wash. What I need to do now is to go back over with a very thin down Macarius Solar Orange and just work that back around the areas of rust. Okay, so with this it's going to be round the bolts. You're going to have a little bit dripping down here and here, and just a few spots here and there on that grill. And what I'll do is just do a little bit of wet blend. There we go. And with the metal brackets, what I do is I'll paint it all the way around. It just kind of represents the rust seeping out from the bracket. Paint that here, just wipe that off so it's in the grain. Majority of it will probably follow that timber down. If we do that, put plenty on, and I'll just come back and wet blend that into streaks. Also allows, because it's been thinned, allows that to flow into where the mortar is between the bricks, giving a sort of naturalistic flow. Just wet blend that bit just to take the edge off that. Okay, and that's the brackets and the metal grills. Just give them a little bit more so that stands out. As you can see, I finished the rust weathering with the Macarius Solar Orange. I also worked the original rust wash that I used within the Macarius Solar Orange just to give it a deeper, darker rust feel. So I've done both sides. Also with the door I used a slightly different technique. After the Macarius Solar Orange, it was washed twice with the rust wash. I then dry brushed with Burgomeister and then worked the Macarius Solar Orange in and around the rivets in a vertical linear pattern as though it was dripping down. The brass areas on the hinges and the handle were painted gold, washed with Devlin mud, and then washed with a kind of a grey light green to give a verdigris effect. This was also used on the skulls above the windows. And the only other things that were left to do was to paint the gold on these sections, and that's it complete. All I need to do now is to just slot the roofs in. I've got the chimney on, and you get an idea of what the finished piece is going to look like. So that's it. That's the weathering techniques I've used on this building. Okay, now this is the final segment. I'd just like to give you a final shot of the entire building, and I'd just like to thank you all for watching. This has been the Burgomeister's Mansion.